little early on it, but we'll do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we are going to be here in Seattle. We got 2 bands back to back. We do have Strangely Alright, and then Sleepy Pilot. And those are going to be on this show next Wednesday, on the 17th.
2 for 1.
And then right after that, I don't know. I have no idea what's up after that. Even though I put up the schedule doesn't mean I know it. Okay, we're going to go to Alaska with Quiet Kill, and then United Pass will be on the last Wednesday of September 28th. Then we'll go into October, which we already booked already. I'll add that to our Facebook and onto the website probably next week because I'm still tired from last weekend, and get back on this track, I think, because we're pretty much booked up all the way to November too. So I'm going to get that all taken care of also.
Busy.
We are. Spotlight on the 13th. I'll let you guys know that it has been canceled, or not really canceled, placed on hold. We have some news that we found out through why Who's Bad wasn't able to get a hold of us, changing PRs. Talked to Joe Bell, like we're going to be on hold for a bit, so we're going to be good. So we're going to move on to probably David Bowie. Waiting for my guest host, who I actually got, and he is going to let me know in a couple of weeks which he wants to come on in October or he wants to put away until December. So we'll see how that rolls. So we'll tell you guys as soon as we know.
Get it, got it, good, mark it down.
Yep. So, anything else you want to talk about, Spider?
Well, there's all kinds of things going on in the music world right now. Let's talk about a couple of those kind of things today.
Hey, did you get the news? The Misfits are coming back.
Misfits with Danzig. Ooh.
I saw that. No way.
I'm hoping that ends up being something really legitimate, because not to talk bad about Danzig, I'm a big Danzig fan, but he there's been a lot of stories in the last few years that he's kind of a bit of a prima donna, and he tends to act like he's a little more fragile than he really is with some of his backstage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you've been doing this a while and you're at a certain level and what carries you through is your voice, that's your instrument, then I guess you do want to take really good care of it. And he's just really over the top careful of that kind of stuff. So, but there's been just some funny stories, and hopefully everything works out with the Misfits, because that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, I saw that, like, no way. There's also a Facebook page called Cover Band Central. They have fantastic sayings. For example, local bands and musicians matter. They are the heart and soul of the music world. Support them to help keep the music alive, healthy, and vibrant. And I'll put their Facebook page into the link into the chat room, so you guys can check them out too. I don't know or how I found them, but they are fantastic with their sayings.
Something else that I didn't get to in my This Day in Music that happened today is Patsy Cline, the famous country singer, was born today.
Ooh.
She's famous for that Walking After Midnight. Mm-hmm. I can't do it like Patsy Cline, obviously. But, it's a good song. And she unfortunately died at a young age, only 30 years old, in March of 1963 in a plane crash. So, it's too bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of musicians that died in a plane crash. It's so sad.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's something good for today. So that. We've got Misfits. What other stuff we got going on? I think this is gonna be my testing the waters kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since we get into independent music on the show, I'm also gonna start doing something possibly on our Wednesday shows of just pointing out the big national bands that are on tour right now.
Yes, we should.
So that people can kind of keep an eye on those kind of things. And right now, a couple of bands I follow. Chevelle is on tour. So anybody who's a Chevelle fan, check them out. They're on tour. And an electronica band, electronic industrial kind of trancey kind of stuff, Assemblage 23. If you're into the scene, you'll know who they are. If you're not, go ahead and check them out. They are on tour. Who else do I got here? There's so many bands on my feed that I got to kind of sift through. Oh, and don't forget that Maximus is on tour. Ooh,
yes, they are. They
Maximus
are
good friends. We're going to consider Maximus a big band now. How about that, guys?
We
you
are.
guys can be one step up from the indie level, and you can be big. You've made it, guys.
Yes. So they'll be like our first band that went from independent musicians to a label, big time. So I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another band, kind of some semi-local. I guess they came from this kind of area of the United States. A band called Helmet. They are on tour now as well.
And also, speaking of big bands, Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks?
And her Fleetwood Mac team, they're going on tour. It's a big thing here, because we love Stevie Nicks here in Washington. Because, it's just Stevie Nicks. And she's already got her tour dates going. Alrighty. She's going to be in Canada, November 29th and December 9th. It's the only two dates that we have so far on her Stevie Nicks Facebook. But she is going to think about coming to Seattle here in December. That's all we know. So we're all like keeping our eye on Stevie Nicks and all that.
Yes. Stuff. Another good thing from our roster here is the new single from Winter's End is out on iTunes. It's called Afterthought, and it is wow.
She has not sent us the MP3 to that yet, but if you guys are interested in listening to it, I'll go to my SoundCloud.
Yes, and I definitely recommend it. If you're into not just like 80s semi kind of retro kind of music, but you are also into really deep kind of like introspective, kind of real deep thinking lyrics, this is one of those songs. I mean, they put out The Mayfair, which was an excellent song. Very, very, it made you think. Afterthought really continues that tradition that Winter's End is now, at least in my mind, becoming known for. It's an excellent, excellent track. Excellent pair of people. Just definitely give them a look-see and give this song a listen and tell them how much you like it. Yes,
and if you guys are interested, I'll put it in the chat room too. So it's the last feed on there. It's SoundCloud. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm hoping to get their MP3s. Because I know that they come on the show. They listen to the show a little later in the day. Because it's like, what time is it over there? Hang on a minute.
For anyone who isn't quite familiar, they are from Australia.
Where is Sydney on here? What am I seeing here? It is 3:54 p.m. So I do know in the past that wow, Marissa. I see. Marissa. My mind would blank. Marissa is usually at work listening to the show. That's how awesome she is. And she needs to send me the MP3. But she'll send it eventually, and then we'll play, and we'll go, yes! New music from Winter's End! Yeah. And you guys hear it live.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Anybody else on tour that we need to know?
That's everybody for the moment, by the looks of it.
Okay.
Some good artists roaming around, so definitely if you're into looking for some end of summer events, I'm sure there's a lot more. Check out your local ticket agencies, and give some, and check out your local venues. I mean, don't just go to like Ticketmaster and that kind of stuff. Go check around town. If you have some clubs or some bars in town, or like little social halls or anything like that, check them out. See who's playing. I mean, you might find your next favorite band and they're playing local.
And if you do like them, let them know about our show, Let's Talk About the Music.com or LTATM Radio, and point our direction and we'll get them on the air.
Yes.
We're always looking for new talent. Always.
Definitely.
I have some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. See, I was going to do something really, really awesome, but it didn't go through like I was hoping for. I was hoping to get ZERP live at Fairy World. It did not happen. And I'm going to broadcast it in a special broadcasting of it as well. But they were not able to get to the ZERP band, the whole band. I mean, Stefan was there with Fawn, of course. But ZERP, the whole band, was not able to be at Fairy Worlds because of the fact that something was wrong with the visa. They didn't get everything in all at once together, so they did not get a chance to go to Fairy Worlds. So,
that's too bad.
Yeah, it was fairly bad because I was going to do a special thing for all of you guys, and a special presentation on ZERP from Fairy World, but it didn't happen, so I'm sorry.
Well, things happen, and right now, with everything immigration-wise and whatnot, the visa and laws and things to get in and out of the country are really kind of super, super strict and kind of hard to navigate right now. So I can understand, for anybody out there who's a musician or who knows a musician, and that you're either you yourself or they are interested in international travel and touring, pay close attention to the various laws and things, because they are very complicated. They're changing almost every day, especially now with I haven't even heard actually the latest details on the Brexit, whatever it was. See, that's another thing that was real big for a few weeks, and now nobody hears about it. So, but it's to your benefit to check into this kind of stuff to make sure that you don't get held up, or even sometimes people get stuck in a different country other than their own simply because they weren't aware of the law changes, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's just the stuff's complicated. So do some extra research, check into it. Do yourself a huge favor. Yeah,
so that's the thing. But I did get a chance to record a brand new band. We'll get them on the show in November. We've already talked about it. It's a local band here in Seattle again, and they're called Rogues Inn. And I finally agree. They're going to agree. The only reason why they were going to be on here for a while ago anyway, but they're in studio right now trying to get their very first CD recorded. So they're having a hard time with that. So we're going to do a special thing in November. I'm not too sure what day yet. I got to talk to them. That we're going to do a 3-hour interview with me and Spider and them. And then the last hour, play the live show for them for you guys. Yes. Doing something completely and utterly different for that Wednesday show.
We like to set records and set trends here, and we are going to continue to do so.
Absolutely. And Spider didn't know that either, because this is the first time telling it, because, I've been too tired to say, hey, Spider, we're going to do this. So he first know about this just now, too, with all of you guys.
That's right.
All of you 60 people listening in. 63 now. Sorry, 63. I'm sorry, you 3 people who just joined us.
Yay! Thank you for the latecomers. We love you.
Yes. All right, so let's go take a small little break, and then we'll get back. We'll play a little bit of Cruisin' from Classic. I wonder how he's doing at his new video.
We'll have to check. We'll have to see if maybe he'll let us feature it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. All right, guys, we are back.